previous owner in this Mustang here probably hit a hog or a small child or something like that, right? So I have to extend them. When I was at the auto parts store to pick these up, they didn't have a pigtail, so I'm going to custom make a pigtail. I'm going to permanently solder to one of these, and then I'm going to tie it into the wire harness. So I chose some random colors, so the colors are not specific to power and ground at all. I'm just going to simply flip it if it doesn't work one way or the other way, then call it a done deal. So basic tools, soldering. Well, I use this one just for heat shrink. Solder, some butane. I got a gas soldering iron, and then obviously choice of heat shrink, maybe some zip ties if you need it. Well, the reason why I say you hit a hog or something like that is because the condenser is all fucked up. It's all bent. It's pushed up against there. So, but it still blows cold air, so I'm going to leave it alone for right now. This is my main concern, is right here. It actually destroyed the washer bucket as well, so eventually in the future I'll replace that. And here's what's left. There's much left there, and then there's nothing left on the other side right here, which is, I'm imagining, is the marker light. I'll find out here in a minute. And then I believe this is going to be my washer pump, because that looks like a totally different connector. That's probably a terrible glare, but there we go. And there is, yeah, I cut the top off. Here's what it looks like before. So I just basically cut it, one end of it off where it's more closely accessible to solder against to. So these wires here are silicone. They're used mostly in my hobby RC cars, and they get much hotter than any car system would ever get, so they're able to withstand some heat. However, the silicone is very soft, so I'm taking the liberty. I've already put, for example, heat shrink around the connection, but now I'm going to add another layer of heat shrink to add another barrier of protection to protect against rubbing, things of that nature. And just to show you, it's very easy to test out. We're just going to simply press unlock. There we go. Now it's just a matter of putting it in a fucking hole. We're at the right color now. The other thing is a lot of the modern cars use really thin wiring, so this is actually an upgrade to the amount of wire and the heavy duty construction that I've used in comparison to what Ford used originally from the factory. So this should be more than sufficient to run an LED lamp. Alright, make sure we got the right colors all the way around. Function. It might be a loose wire connection. I gotta check that out. So we're good to go.